cinema in there as well. Bowling alley, restaurants, bars, yeah, all in there. But more importantly, it's home of our famous hockey team here, the Belfast Giants. Yes, they play their home matches in there, the Belfast Giants. I don't know how we manage that. We can't even roller skate here, but we have a nice hockey team. When the Belfast Giants were first formed here in the year 2000, they were going to call themselves the Belfast Bombers. Up and down like a lead balloon. We had our own Belfast Bombers back then, but we'll speak more about the troubles later on. So we'll get a wee left turn going here now, folks. Take us into Queen Island. We'll give you a clue where we're heading off to next. Mind you, nobody ever gets us one right here. Every time I play this clue, people scratch their head and say, I haven't a clue why there was boys picking us here today. But here we go. See if you can guess this here. This is where we're heading off to next. Nobody ever gets this right. That's dead hard, isn't it? Jack, don't leave me, Jack. Stay with me, Jack. Rose, would you make room in that raft for me, you sunny out? That's it. Now, if you're getting off for the Titanic experience, it'll be on the right-hand side of the road. So I've been doing a wee U-turn, 2 minutes up the road here, then we can get you off the road then if that's your thing. So there's no need to panic for the Titanic. Geez, I'm a poet, and don't even bloody know it. On our left-hand side as we approach that little white ship, that's called the Normatic. She was a tender ship for the Titanic off the coast of France. Back then, where she would have taken first and second class passengers out onto board Titanic. You can have it in the water around that little boat today also. And you can see how those first and second class passengers travelled. Then in front of us, the Titanic Hotel. That was the former drawing offices for the White Star Line Shipping Company. That's where the famous Thomas Andrews, he drew up his plans in there for Titanic, along with the Airlink, a listed building, so that the outside of it has not changed one bit as it was back then. Then on our left-hand side, you'll see the slipway where Titanic was built and launched from. She was launched from there on the 31st of May, 1911. Over 100,000 people were there that day to see that successful launch, which took about 72 seconds, where then she began her sea trials. The Titanic Studios on our left, the Game of Thrones. Yep, they were all filmed in there, along with Dungeons and Dragons, all filmed in there in the Titanic Studios. Right, I'm going to get a wee turn going here now. I'll be doing so at HMS Caroline. HMS Caroline, she was the last remaining battleship of World War I. Her last battle was the Battle of Jutland back in 1916. She's back here now as a floating museum, which means you would take a little tour of Caroline where you do so. You can learn all about life on board a World War I battleship. She fought a few battles too during World War II, and later on then she became a training vessel for the Royal Navy. Back in 1916 they called her the Lucky Ship, as she survived not one but 2 torpedo attacks on 2 different occasions. So she was certainly a lucky ship back then. Still has her guns fully intact on her, as you can see. Although we don't need her guns here in Belfast, we have our own. That's HMS Caroline. Now the stained glass windows that you see just ahead of you there, they are now that Peroni building there just ahead of us on the left, that building there houses the public records here in Northern Ireland. So if you're looking to check out your family history, your family tree, you can pop it there. Just take photographic ID with you. You'll have full access then to all the public records. And you just never know. You just never know. You might even find out you've got Irish blood running through you. Oh, there you go. So we're going to be right turn here, going here in a wee second. If we went straight ahead there, that would take us directly on to the motorway, heading southbound towards the Dublin area, but no motorway today, folks. Back into the city centre. And we're off to Dublin in the green, no we're not. We're back at the city centre. Catch us on Rock Hugh. Big large building there just in front of us, that's called the Opel building here in Belfast. That's one of the largest apartment blocks you'll see here in Ireland. They are all privately owned apartments, 27-story high of privately owned apartments. Boy, if you lived in one of them there, you'll get some beautiful views looking right over Belfast and beyond. So if you have a spare million about you, well, get yourself up in there to one of them and you're good to go. Now as we head over the bridge again, East Belfast will be on our left-hand side. Now some famous people came from East Belfast. You the likes of George Best, or Georgie Best, the famous footballer. Then you had C.S. Lewis, the creator of the Chronicles of Narnia, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. He's an East Belfast man. Then there's another East Belfast man, still singing, dancing, and bopping about to this day, Mr. Van the Man, Mr. Brown-Eyed Girl himself. That's Van Morrison. Aye, some famous people there came from East Belfast. Now at the far end of the bridge here ahead of us, you see that sculpture there on the left? You're probably thinking, what the hell's that there? Well, that's called here the Beacon of Hope. That was created here by the Scotchman Andy Scott, and then donated to the people of Belfast as a symbol of hope and peace. It's known locally here as Nula with the Hula, or the thing with the ring. Or as we would say here in Belfast, an absolute total waste of bloody money. Yep, £300,000 they paid for that lump of steel there. What in the front door were they thinking? I won't say no more. There's the Lagaside Courts on our right hand side, the big glass building. That's my second home in there. And then the High Court of Justice, again on our right hand side, surrounded with a little wall, which this court would think was stayed, that little wall. That was protected during our dark old days, bulls and troubles. The power buildings always targeted the High Court with car bombs. Never done any damage, as the little wall protected the High Court. So yeah, High Court's market there on our left hand side only opens Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays 9 AM until 3 PM. That wee market there was voted the UK's #1 indoor market just recently. You'll get anything in there, folks, from a needle to a anchor, food tasting in there, live entertainment in there, all sorts of stuff put up for grabs in. Very popular. You might have seen a sign outside there saying the Blitz, because St. George's Market was also used as a temporary mortuary. Yeah, a wee bit of history there in St. George's Market. So just making our way now past the back of the City Hall before we make our way towards Dublin Road shortly. The City Hall actually opened its doors in 1906. It's totally free to go into the City Hall if you haven't done so already. You can visit all the rooms in there, and you can learn all about Belfast from its past right up until the present day, all totally free in the City Hall. Nowadays, City Hall is where we register our births, deaths and marriages. Our local councillors, they will sit in there once a week, making all their stupid decisions that they make for here in Belfast. Yep, our councillors are pretty good at that. They know absolutely bugger all. Our local MLAs were sat down there, but they've moved all. So that's the Leitrim market there just on our left hand side. As I say, Momenti's a little kick off. The blue building here on our right, although the name doesn't do this one any justice, it's called Filthy McNasty's. More of a sports bar for the students and so on. The two most popular ones there is the Points and Grace O'Malley's on our left. You'll get Irish traditional music in there 7 nights per week. Now we'll make our way up through Shaftesbury Square, named after the Earl of Shaftesbury back in the early 1800s. Now speaking of our past, we had all the paramilitaries back in our troubled days here. You know, the likes of the IRA, the UDA, the UBF, all those sort of people. They've all gone away now. But there is one organisation still with us to this day. And I think this crowd is absolutely disgusting. They should have been away a long time ago. But unfortunately, they're still with us. There's the headquarters there on our right hand side. There they are. The KFC. They're still with us. Will you pick them up? They're disgusting. Yeah. There's Lavery's on the left. The green building. That's a comedy club with 3-story high entertainment. You can actually nearly pull your own pint of Guinness in there, Lavery's. They do claim to sell 1,000 pints of Guinness per day in there. You're probably thinking to yourself, that's not a lot. Well, it is. There's only 5 people in the bar. Next up now, folks, will be our Lanyon project, otherwise known as Queen's University, as it was designed by that man again, Sir George Lanyon. Now, when Queen's University first opened its doors in 1845, it had 37 professors and 350 students. Today, Queen's University has over 25,000 students from all over the world. Brilliant to see that. Queen's University is the best looking building we have here in Belfast. I'm sure you'll agree with me when you see it here now on our left hand side. Queen's University. Now up here as well, we have got the Botanical Gardens and the Ulster Museum. Now the Ulster Museum is totally free to go into, don't forget if you're heading that way. So you've got 3 in the one stop here. Queen's University, Botanical Gardens and the Ulster Museum. So anybody for the Queen's University stop, this will be your drop-off point here, and you are good to go with this one. Queen's University, that should come on top just for your future reference. Ahead of you on the left, in through the black gates that will take you to the Botanical Gardens. The white building then behind that is the Ulster Museum. As I said, you took me free to go into the Ulster Museum. We even have our very own Egyptian mummy in there. I don't know where the daddy is, but the mummy's in there. There's Bethany College on the right-hand side. Now, there was another famous actor who was taught in there. That was Jamie Dolan. He starred in an Oscar-winning film, Belfast. And he also starred too in 50 Shades of Grey. Wow, Jamie boy, no bother with you, son. Keep her going. Now, he only got that part because they say, I'm only going one, they say that the Irish accent is the sexiest accent in the whole living world. There you go. Jamie's put us on the map now. Good man yourself, Jamie. But as you can see up around here, folks, this is all based around student life. Right, the mountain there just ahead of us, that's called Black Mountain. Just below Black Mountain, you'll see some little houses there. That is West Belfast. That's where we are heading off to next. This is where I start speaking about now the good, the bad, and the ugly, known as the Troubles. The Troubles all kicked off down in Derry, London, Derry in 1968, quickly spread here to Belfast, and then right across Northern Ireland. Things weren't so good here back then.